Germans, you guys called yourself Aryan. What the fuck's good? I'm Aryan.
The fuck's Aryan? While on a substance. Like, I had a situation about a week or two ago where I was at a party. I was at like a pre-party going to the valley afterwards, and I was just at the party having fun. Smashed six beers, and then I was offered 2 lines of free ket, and it was the first time I'd ever done ket, and so railed that shit. And I was having fun, had a bong, and then I wasn't like too fucked up. Like, to be honest, I can hardly remember the night.
That sounds like you were too fucked up.
No, but like because there was this guy that I had serious beef with, which was so unnecessary. He was a drug dealer friend of mine.
Yeah, I know the story. Just for FYI, I'm gonna like blur out a lot of the stuff you said.
Yeah.
But just yeah.
Okay, but I was on substances. I was at a party. I was fine, and he was in a group chat for the party, and my mate, you can blur out the name if you want, but Coco, my mate Coco, he invited me to this party, and he put in the group chat like, oh yeah, this guy's coming, da 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 da, and this guy, he wasn't even going to come to the party, but as soon as he heard that I was there, he came. And so he rocked up. I was like, dude, if I don't bother him, he won't bother me. Like, if he does something, he'd fuck up a lot of friendships.
Yeah.
And because he was like best friends with Tino.
Yeah.
And so I was just like going through it, like just ignoring him. And then I was walking through the kitchen and instantly I got king hit.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Got king hit from the back, right? That's fucked.
He hit me from behind. He got 2 punches in, and then Coco got onto him, held him up by his collar. And I was like sitting there, and it feels like all the substances I'd just done, gone.
Yeah.
I was just filled with adrenaline. And I knew it was best not to fight back because I didn't want to make the situation any worse.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then what actually upset me the most, like, I don't even care about the king hit. I didn't die. I'm chilling. Didn't even get knocked out, the weak cunt. And so, and then one of his mates, who I had no clue who the fuck he was, he was like, oh yeah, you should get out of here, bro. Like, you should get out. And I was like, yeah, all right. And then he was just like fucking slapping me, punched me in the ear, which surprisingly fucking hurts. And
can make you deaf.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, so he punched me in the ear and then like shoved me out into the corridor, and he was just like, yeah, just fuck off. And I was like, yeah, all right. But my mate told me to stay, like, in the corridor. And so, as, like, my mate was sorting everything out, the bloke came out again, like, his mate.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, what are you still doing here? Like, all this shit. And so he fucking robbed me for, like, my watch, my vape, my rings, like, just a heap of shit that I was wearing. He tried to pull my earring out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, dude, what the fuck?
There's some fucked up people in this world.
Yeah.
Very scuffed.
Yeah, so, in the end, didn't end up going to the valley. I was just...
Yeah.
That is fair enough.
I was pretty
after
stone cold sober by that point.
That would make sense, yes.
And so I was just sitting on the road, got an Uber, got most of my shit back, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And the bloke apologized because he caught so much fucking backlash from it.
Yeah, the bloke that hit you at the beginning. The bloke that like king swinged you at the beginning.
Yeah. And so he's lost a lot of friends, and like, to be honest, hope he, like, I've told him this, like, I hope he gets what's coming to him. Yeah. Like, I know karma will do that job, but if...
What goes the rod comes the rod.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Yeah. On God. Maybe he'll get king hit one day.
Maybe.
You never know. It's
I
coming.
Personally have never been...
sounds like a threat, to be honest, what I just said. Maybe he'll get king hit one day. Watch your ass. No, I don't know. I don't know that well. Yeah.
I personally have never been in a fight like that, or never been punched just out of nowhere. Do you reckon, like, a friend of mine who has been rolled by some Eshes who ended up punching him, like, ganging up on him, like, 5v1. Do you reckon it feels kind of like the Fight Club? Have you watched the Fight Club?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you reckon it feels like that? There's something that makes you internally like just feel happy about yourself or just feel better?
Somewhat, yeah.
I love getting hit. It's weird. It's not like a kink thing at all. Just put the camera here for 1 second. Thank you. Just all our video listeners, thank you for tuning in. There is another 30 minutes on Spotify and audio, Apple Podcasts before this. So just go check that out if you want to hear more of what we heard from the beginning. But, I love getting hit in, like, I love fighting. Like, I love just like boxing and shit. And I don't mind.
YouTube?
Yeah, I'm shit. I'm pretty dog shit.
You won. Come on.
Yeah, I won. Let's go. But it's just I kind of like getting hit and shit, and I like hitting people back. Like the whole Fight Club feeling. It's just like it's fucking gnarly. Like my gameness is on point. I will fight you if you don't have a knife. That's like where I draw the line.
Oh,
I reckon that's actually the reason why I play rugby. Why I played rugby all throughout high school.
Bro, that's why I signed up for AFL. I was shit. I couldn't fucking hit the ball. I couldn't kick. All I loved to do, I would just tackle after they lost the ball, and we'd get in trouble. Our team was shit anyway, but that was the fun for it. I was just like, I love getting in scuffles.
That reminds me of the only time I ever got a yellow card. That was at our school it was the Old Scholars Day.
Yeah.
So there were heaps of people watching us.
Right.
And there was this small guy just running with a ball at me. And my technique was so bad. You have to go down to tackle, and I just went down a little bit.
Yeah.
But with that guy being a head shorter than me, I just ended up like holding my arm out, and he just hooked his
coat hanger him.
Yeah, he hooked his arm, his head on my arm, and just his head stopped walking. But his feet were walking like another few meters.
Oh, fuck.
But I don't know. It felt so satisfying to do something that gets a crowd's reaction, you know?
Yeah.
That would have been fucking amazing.
Oh,
yeah, you could just see the ohs going through the crowd.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him.
Bro,
but
I remember this one time in AFL, there was this, I forgot what, it was a grade 11 kid. He also plays rugby as well, but he got angry with someone on the other field. Motherfucker picked him up over his head, and like I did not expect it. He's like tall, but he's like kind of skinny. He picked him up over his head and just yeeted him down, and then started like slapping him and shit. And then everyone from the like field just started running there, and we're just like a big shove match. But that was like the craziest thing I've ever fucking seen. The way he like picked him up like King Kong or some shit.
Did the guy from your team
do an
pick
animation
up,
of that? Just the King Kong, yeah.
Did the guy from your team pick him up?
Yeah, the guy from... Yeah, that was the best thing we did. We never won a game, but we picked up he picked up a cunt and threw him down. That was gangster.
Similar with us in the season. Like, literally, there's this one tackle from one of my teammates. I think he might have been in your grade. Like, he landed a tackle, which turned out in the end to be illegal. But this guy, like much bigger than him, ran at him, and he just went down, like tackled him perfectly in the legs. But the guy did a full-on front flip over him.
Oh, that was Clady.
Yeah, that was Clady.
Yes, I just didn't want to mention names. Yeah, that was so good.
I think I saw a clip of that. That was on like some rugby channel. Yeah,
I saw that like first person just looking at him, and it was so good.
Yeah, I was right on the side of the field as he did it.
I was like 2 players next to him. I was like literally right next to him, just watching that.
It's so gangster.
Yeah, because their team, like, they were just shit talking the whole time. They were just sitting behind our try line, and we are not a rugby school, and we're like the only co-ed school in the competition. So there's just like, we don't have the players and the
aren't amazing.
I mean, I literally only played because I'm tall and I was a bit chunkier back then. So
fair.
That was like the reason why I played. We just needed some props, so that was going in. And it felt so good just to see that, just for karma for them to get like pissed off at us. It was toxic. Like on our playing field, like the game before that, I couldn't play because I was sick, and we lost like pretty high. I think 80 something to like 6 or something.
Yikes.
And on the scoreboard, on the field we warmed up on, they put that score on there. Just to rub it into our faces.
Wow,
I love the sportsmanship. But that's the fun part. Just talk shit to people and just talk shit to yourself.
Yeah.
The banter.
Oh, God. What's up with our school being shit at rugby because we're co-ed? Like, we never have a fucking crowd. But like when you look at boys' school, I feel like they get around it way more than us.
There's just not a real culture there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I've never showed up at one of our rugby games, but like I don't see why you would want to is the problem. Oh. And I feel like we should like, because you've played rugby, right?
Yeah, I've played rugby.
So you've been like around that. I'm mates with a lot of the guys, but I've just like never been into it. Like we don't really promote it as much. Like for AFL, it was fucking dog shit. Like I swear to God, there was one water
team. To be honest.
Neither did I until I joined it.
No,
But yeah.
was that for school?
Yeah, for school.
Oh, what
See what I mean? No one fucking knew. I mean, I think it was like our first year after like a while. But like, yeah, it was for school. It was AFL team. They didn't care so much that like they were calling out the first, right, on assembly. Do you remember this? And then like me and Brooke were on the first for AFL. And then we're just like waiting to be called up. And then it's like, and that's all, thank you. And then we just have to fucking walk back to our seats like idiots.
Oh,
And it's just so sad.
They did that. They do that to the boys rowers.
Yeah.
My mate Archie, like he has had a good like blow at Sports House for
Yeah.
that. Like he has gone off at them and they've just clapped back.
Yeah. I don't see why they do it. Like with AFL, fair enough, we were all pretty dog shit, even though we were first. Like 90% of us did not deserve the title.
Did you have more than one team?
No.
There we go.
Yeah, that I was like, yeah, I'm in the first. There's only one fucking team. No, but with rowers, they're so fucking good. Like I did rowing. Like I went to like 5 of their trainings, and then like went on a little like kayak to learn.
Oh yeah.
That shit's hard, bro.
Dude,
and
it's
these
hard.
Year 9 kids are going up and down the river so far, like 4 a.m. It's fucking insane.
Bro,
the
it
dedication.
gets you jacked.
Yeah.
It can get you
It's
jacked.
ridiculous. Well, or sometimes it doesn't. It's surprised. Like some of the people that are rowers just aren't jacked, but are really good at rowing.
Yeah.
Same-
But yeah,
That same was what people say about swimming.
yeah.
Like how you can always get like super like
Super
jacked by
I
doing
feel
that.
like they're just wide from the get go. Swimmers, they just have broad shoulders.
The funny thing is I used to swim for like years back home,
Yeah,
and I was always the chubbiest one on the team. I was always pretty chubby.
yeah,
I was much more chubby than I'm now.
yeah,
It's funny how much rugby like just made me skinnier.
yeah. That's
Skinnier than
good.
swimming. It's weird
Did you ever diet, or did you just keep eating and just keep running?
for rugby.
Yeah, did you diet?
I died.
Diet.
Diet. No,
Did
I
you die?
I didn't. But I reckon the thing is from like having training 3 times a week or 2 times, I think, to having 3 on-field sessions and then 2 gym sessions a week is quite hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
problem.
full on.
Yeah. And the thing is also back home in Germany, there was this like chocolate cereal that I really loved. And that was basically the basis of my nutrition.
Yeah.
And we just don't have that here. So
Oh, we have Cocoa Puffs. That slaps.
that
Cocoa
was like
Puffs.
some full on like muesli stuff, but like with chocolate, like actual chocolate pieces in there.
That's
And
okay.
those
That
Cocoa
sounds
Puffs
good.
on top. It was very good.
Yeah.
Just doesn't keep you in a state to the sport, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do any of you gym? Have you guys ever gymmed?
Who's Jim?
That's funny. That's very funny.
I used to gym a lot, but like I did see progress for a little bit, but then I got into drugs.
Yeah, that would happen.
I mean, I used to go to the gym heaps when I was in school,
Yeah.
but after that, I just kind of slowed down.
Just didn't
And
get a
I
gym
recently
membership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I prefer to like play like sports that keep
Yeah.
you fit.
That's fair.
It's-
Don't you like ever feel the need to just want to lift a fuck ton of weight? Like never just want to go full monkey?
Yeah, sometimes, but then it's so depressing when you don't lift a fuck ton of weight and you
It's
Just-
no, you just pass out. It's actually quite fun.
Hmm.
I just keep like sounding weirder and weirder with the shit I say.
prefer-
Like, yeah, I like to be hit, and I like passing out when trying to lift.
I prefer to just get a head knock playing rugby and then
that. See,
or
yeah,
lift up a
we're on the same level here.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to
It's
like,
bad though.
yeah.
The brain damage.
Speaking of like getting like passed out, you remember when
yeah.
Over-
We talked about okay. Just before you say it, we talked about this on the podcast, and the fucking code names was so shit. What Shahan said was like, oh yeah, Odell Beckham Jr. put Tom from Tom and Jerry in a headlock, and that was supposed to like cover up who it was. OBJ put Tom in a headlock, but yeah, what happened?
oh yeah, so like it was just at lunch and I have no fucking clue. Like I can't remember most of this shit.
Yeah,
But like I've just been in the wars lately, like just getting hit,
Just shit kicked out of you.
choked out.
Yeah. Was there any beef there though?
No.
Yeah,
There was no beef. I lobbed a tiny piece of sausage at his head and he got up and I was like sitting on like a bench and he just came in, put me in a headlock and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. But he was getting a bit tight. And so I like gave him a tap and I'm like, hey, can you stop now? And then he like pulled me back. So I had to like step over the bench I was sitting on.
yeah.
And then, so I was like, I was like standing on top of the bench, and like all of a sudden I'd passed out, and then he just decides to drop me. So head goes right into the corner of the wall. Neck was just like,
that could have ended up horrible, dog.
Yeah.
Like that could have been very, very bad.
Yeah, like I could have cracked my skull.
Yeah.
Could have bled out, but like all I had was a sore neck and a fucking fat egg on my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But we're all good now, which is
Perfect.
That's good.
It's pog.
Okay, I like that. I want to get into more stories like that.
Like that.
Like that.
I can just give injury stories in general, nothing like that.
TJ, you've told me some stories privately. I don't know if you want to share, but like they're pretty gangster. Like your time in the valley, you're a veteran of the valley. Would you say?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, I get called an RE veteran quite often as well.
Yeah.
I'm currently on a streak this year since New Year's Eve. There's 3 weeks that I haven't been at the RE on a Wednesday.
Nice.
Holy shit.
2 of them because of COVID and 1 of them because bad tonsillitis, you know.
Priorities.
Yes. I had to get a doctor's certificate for my boys to not let me go. Let me not go.
Oh my
It's like
god.
when you want to get out of school, but you have to give it to your boys. Like, guys, I can't fucking do it today.
Yeah. But it was alright. In the end, like one of the boys I always go with, he ended up getting too drunk at the RE and he fell off a chair.
Yeah.
Turns out he broke his collarbone. And the funny thing is he got kicked out for falling off a chair for being too drunk. So the Seki just pushes him outside. He gets in an Uber. Is halfway home.
Yeah.
He's like, I reckon I should go to the hospital instead. He gets stopped off at the hospital.
Yeah.
His collarbone is broken in 2 places. He has to wear a sling for like 2 months.
And he can never go back to the RE?
Oh, he's back there.
Oh, okay, that's calm.
I was there on Wednesday with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
It is very good. And he was making fun of me for breaking my ankle while being drunk. So
Was that the moment? Oh, like it wasn't the moment that he broke his collarbone though.
no.
Just beforehand, he made fun of you.
Yeah, always before. And then
Okay.
that moment, I made fun of him, and he just
What goes
Stop
around
talking
comes
about
around. You know what I
Yeah.
fucking mean?
we were
Yeah.
talking about that before. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we keep it going here. How was it like? I haven't been to the valley at all. I'm 17, so I haven't like experienced any of that yet. What was it like the first time? Just clubs in general.
The thing is, I have been previously clubbing in Germany because
Oh, fuck,
we have
yeah.
the drinking age 16.
Yeah, you
and-
Europeans are weird. Like you
That's
guys like
sick.
do you guys have like kids clubs from like 12 onwards? But like they just go up with age. Like there's a
Yeah.
14 onwards, 16 onwards.
Like
the things-
clubs.
There's like kids
Yeah.
parties, but like I never went to those. And then when you're
Yeah.
16, you can drink beer and wine. So that's when
Oh.
some clubs have like under 16 plus parties,
Right. Yeah.
but they're only on some days.
Yeah.
You have to go in with someone who's over 18, and they give you like a little note that your parents like sign and be like, yeah, I consent to my kid being there.
What a process.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I actually never went to those. I only like went with my friends and just hoped never to get ID checked. So
Right.
it was good fun.
Fair enough.
But the funny thing is,
Yeah.
once we were in Hamburg, like in the biggest red light district of northern Germany, if not northern Europe, and there's this club owned by one of the famous cross-dressers slash on the TV.
Fair.
See them on the TV quite often. And I got kicked out by them personally.
By the famous crossdresser.
Yes.
Oh,
And
What
I'm
the fuck
very
did
proud
you
of
do?
that. I just didn't want to pay €15, €15 entry.
wait,
So he just came out and was like, "No, mate, go fuck off."
Get out.
So not really kicked off.
actually,
Kicked out, just not let in.
funny
Yeah.
story. What like a few weeks ago actually. Like I went to Felons.
I've never been there, but
Well,
I did that quite.
yeah, like Felons is a little like bar down by the river. It's pretty nice. Like I went there for my first ever time, like as soon as I turned 18. But the second time I went there, I was pretty depressed. I had a pretty shit day. But what happened next was like probably the highlight of like my entire month.
Yeah.
I saw Kevin Rudd. He
The
goes
fucking
there.
prime minister?
Yeah, the prime
The
minister.
ex-prime
And,
minister. That's gangster.
so we made eye contact and I saluted him and he saluted me back.
That's so good.
Yeah, it was. I was so blown away. Who the fuck gets saluted by Kevin Rudd?
That is gangster. That is actually gangster.
Like, yeah, like, and it was funny because the first time I went to Felons, I was with one of my brother's mates,
Yeah.
and he too had met Kevin Rudd,
yeah.
and for me to find that out there and then see him there
Yeah.
the next time I went there, it was really weird.
Does he just frequent there?
I think
Probably.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just goes there with his wife. Like,
It's fair. I keep forgetting Kevin Rudd's from Brisbane.
yeah, it's
It's
weird.
gangster. We have a prime minister that was from Brisbane.
Mm.
Represent.
Fair enough.
Fuck yeah.
Represent.
Yeah, North Side. Do you guys? Do you want some water? Would you like some? Why did I sound so condescending when I said that? Would you like some water?
Would you like some water, mate?
Enjoy. DJ, do you have any more Eshe stories?
Eshe stories.
Yeah, because I feel like your generation, you're fucking 2 years old.
My
Like,
generation. Yeah.
No, like
3 years
your
older.
3 years like ago, the Eshe culture was like a lot, or maybe I just haven't been hanging out in the city as much. But like the Eshe culture was just like so much more prevalent. Like it's like I just remember every kid had a bum bag and fucking a shit haircut. But now we just have mullets and we dress stylish.
That's
How was
exactly
that
what
for
we
you?
called it? Just shit haircut back then.
That's what
So-
Mr. B called our haircuts.
Wait, Ben.
What?
Nothing.
Why'd you just have to say my name? Why'd you just out me like that?
Nothing, bro.
Nothing more.
I mean,
Hey, Tom, bro. Nothing.
Hey, man.
It's stupid. It's stupid. Nah, bro.
Nothing,
No one listening will like.
No-
It doesn't
no one
even
will get it.
Even if we give them context, no one will get it. It makes no sense. Yeah.
fair enough.
In our minds,
Yeah.
this is fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious, but it's okay, bro. I'll give the context. It's literally like that one time we were suspended. We just found it hilarious to go like, "Hey, bro, nothing,"
no,
and that's it. That's
No, it was-
legit the context.
It's because it was because of Aman. Because you went.
Yeah, you were
went
like in the room, yeah,
for
I
like,
was in another room.
and
yeah,
then
you're
yeah,
in another room because you were in trouble for, as far as I know, swearing at a teacher.
something like that.
Not really.
Well,
But
wait.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
then, yeah, Tyler was just like, "Hey, I'm on, bro." Nothing.
and that just made us all crack the fuck up.
We're gonna go back from this topic. It just makes no sense to anybody but us. But yeah, anyways, what were you saying, TJ, about the Eshes?
I don't know.
D-
I don't really have many Eshe stories.
Really?
No.
That disappoints me.
Oh, at the Sunshine Coast before I moved here, like I was on an exchange year back in 2018 to
Right.
2017. I don't know, something like that. And I was at we had some pretty Eshe parties there. They were just on the beach somewhere in I don't know where.
Mm.
And there I was talking to a girl, and then 14-year-olds, and I was 16. I was the same height I'm now. I'm 6'4",
Yeah.
and they were up to my nipples max, and they just started G'ing up to me like, "Oh, you bar, you got a ciggy?" Like the stereotypical Eshe way.
Hey, bro, you got a shiggy there?
And
Shiggy there, lad?
they were just getting close to us, and I don't know. I just walked out of there, and that was it. That's
Yeah.
the closest thing, the best
Fair enough.
Oh,
best Eshe story I
I
got.
actually have an Eshe story.
Go shoot.
I was in year 9, and I after playing a rugby game, I was pretty puffed out, and it was a pretty shitty day weather-wise, and so I went back to my mate's place and we had a sesh, and I remember it was nighttime now, and I had to get back to boarding. It was pouring down rain. I was just wearing slides, trackies, hoodie, and a huge duffel bag, and to walk home I had to go through Indro, and I was walking through Indro and I met up with some mates. And I see someone I know, and so I'm looking at them, trying to distinguish who they are, to see if I know them. And there was an Eshe, a group of Eshes right in front of them. I was looking past them to look at it.
Yeah.
And this guy starts G'ing the fuck up. He's like, "The fuck you staring at, bro? What are you looking at? You got a staring problem, bro?"
Oh
and
my god, that's the go-to line. Got a staring problem, bros. Calm down, bro.
And for a 14, 15-year-old who's high as fuck,
Yeah.
I bolted, and they started chasing me, and so I'm running in slides and socks in pouring rain, and they were just chasing me. I don't know why they chased me for quite a while, for until you go down the road and there's the lights. I had to run, they were catching up on me, so I just fucking ran in front of a car and just fucking bolted all the way.
Yeah.
And I was that's probably the only proper Eshe encounter I've ever had.
Yeah. See, the thing is with me, I found Eshes, I've never had an encounter that's been bad. It's because my cousin's from I say from the north side. She came here and then she went to school with the north side and she dated an Eshe. He was friendly but just kept trying to get me drunk is the only thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
But his mate, what I will never forget in my life is after our semi-formal, I went over to my cousins for like post. It was her birthday at the same time, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get drunk with some uni students. So I did that, and I had to like sleep there, but like that wasn't really the plan from the beginning.
Oh, my fucking vape's dead.
So what happened was I ended up sleeping on the couch next to this
Thank you,
this
King.
Eshe with a mustache, and this guy, when I woke up because he stank so much.
I think you told me that one.
He was naked but he was just wearing boxers. Have you ever smelled like ball sweat? This guy was covered in it from head to toe. I legit had to go to another room. I had to go to the balcony to breathe. Like, bro, I was inhaling that, and it made me sober at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and everyone was sleeping, and I had to go and fucking breathe outside just for a second, and then just like had to build up the courage to walk back in. But no, that was definitely the most disgusting fucking thing I've ever smelt. And I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that morning. I ended up watching like 2 movies until everyone woke up, and I ended up having these little milk cartons at hotels because it was like in a hotel apartment. For like breakfast, I had like 6 of them, and I was like, yeah, starving.
That shit's fucking bussin'.
That shit is quite busting. It's like the perfect little like shot of milk.
Yeah,
slaps.
it's that proper shit. That primo milk.
TJ, do you have any stories from Tokyo by any chance? Just why?
I can tell you how I ended up making friends with some mafia guys, and I learned how to do rings
good
in their
one.
shisha bar.
That's gangster.
Wait.
So it's quite funny actually. It starts pretty early. I was just random, like my mate I was there with, he was jet lagged, just sleeping, and I woke up at like 5 p.m. and was like, I want to go do some stuff. So I trained across the city to Shibuya, where the big crossing is, and I was just walking around there for like an hour or two, and then I ran into 2 girls from my grade from our school.
Right.
And I ended up getting drunk with them, did some karaoke, and while I was there, my friend texted me and was like, oh yeah, I'm on my way, like just wait there, like let's explore Shibuya together. Right. And so I just waited for him like after that, just on Shibuya crossing, and it was like 1 a.m. at that time. I was sitting there next to another blonde guy who was like freezing in the t-shirt, and I just start talking to him. Turns out he's from Ashgrove.
Right.
So from me too.
How many Australians were in Tokyo at this
way
one
too many,
given?
way too many.
It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah.
That was very like coincident by itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were just like sitting there together. I gave him my jacket because I had like 2 jackets on because it was Japanese winter, so it's cold.
Yeah.
And he was freezing his balls off, so I did that.
That's very nice.
After that, when my mate came, we were just like walking around there, and we ran into a guy who was an exchange student at his school here in Brisbane.
Yeah.
Like some Japanese guy. So that's another weird coincidence.
Just everyone was at the right place today.
Yeah. And he ended up like, he told us he's going to go to the shisha bar and ask if we want to come. So we went there with him, and we were just sitting there having shisha. And then like the guys there didn't speak Japanese, didn't speak English. So we were just talking to them, and
they didn't speak English, so you were talking to them.
We were not talking to them. That's
right.
The thing.
Okay.
But like he played some songs I liked, like Mandragora.
Yeah.
He was playing that over the music, and then after that was I love this song.
That fucking beat goes hard. But yes.
And so that was the first time, and then after that we came back with some people that were in Japan as well. They were from like another school here in Brisbane, and we met up with them to go there again. And one of them was Japanese, so he's talked to them, and he found out for us that they're part of the Yakuza.
That's gangster.
Yeah, and we were
That's
just
actually
sitting
gangster.
there, making friends with them. Still follow them on Instagram. They follow me too. One of them ended up making his own clothing brand, so I don't know how deep up they are in there now. So
yeah, the Yakuza's out here making.
They're good guys, at least to me.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, dude, don't want to fuck with mafia people, eh?
I want to be a mafia people. You know what I mean?
You want to be a mafia people?
But I don't know. I want to be multiple people. No, but I don't know. I feel like WOGs just in general. Every fucking WOG just idolizes the shit out of Tony Montana. Am I right or am I right? Yeah. That's what, like, literally every fucking leb, fucking Greek guy, Italian guy, Persian guy will just, like, fucking treat Tony Montana like he's the god. Pablo Escobar, like, all these drug fiends, they're just like, oh, fucking hell. Like, I don't know where the fuck that comes from. I think it's just because, like, Tony Montana, like, looks Middle Eastern or some shit.
I reckon he looks more Latino.
He is. Well, he's Italian, the guy, but he's plays in Cuban.
I have a friend who looks exactly like him. It's so weird.
Yeah.
But he's like this tall, so...
Is he Italian?
No, he's Argentinian.
Oh, well, there you go. Still, like, fucking... Yeah, I fuck with the whole of just that culture from South America and shit. I don't know why. I'm not like, I want to learn Spanish and Portuguese for some reason.
I learned Spanish in school, but like
Yeah.
unrelated. Yeah, I fuck with that too, but physically.
Nice.
I mean,
That's gangster, yeah.
I lost my virginity to a Brazilian girl
That
on
is
the beach.
beautiful.
That was
That is,
amazing.
that just sounds
Completely unrelated.
so beautiful. That
It
sounds
was.
like everything ticked in that
It's a
one
bit
moment.
raining, so
Oh my, like The Notebook.
yeah.
It's like
I
like the
never watched that,
sketchy
to be
version of. No, it makes sense. Trust. It's just rain, and you're in the rain.
yeah.
It's so romantic.
Get
I
the
love.
sand washed out of your crack. Perfect. So romantic.
Shit on the boat. Yeah. No, that's fucking beautiful. I love like Colombian women. Just I have yet to meet one.
But I love them.
It's probably best that you'd never meet one, just for the fantasy to stay alive.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Just from like Narcos and shit. I just love like I want to meet a beautiful Colombian woman and just make all my dreams come true. One day, I'm gonna for some reason immigrate to fucking the Cali. For no reason, everyone's trying to immigrate out. I'm trying to go in, but yeah, I want to get a Colombian girl.
That's,
I'm just talking about like my preferences.
yeah.
boobs.
I completely support that.
Thank you.
To go back to that topic, boobs, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Tom
That's how we started. That's how we're still going. We move every day.
It's my favorite word in the English language.
It is. It's a pretty good fucking word.
You know what my favorite word is?
What?
Indubitably.
That's
Oh, I love that fucking word.
Yeah.
indubitably.
Just sounds so funny.
Indubitably.
Shout out to Raquel for teaching me that word.
How was it learning English, by the way? Did you like know it in Germany before you came here?
I learned it since grade 2 or 3.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, in Germany we have to learn English like in school.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go to university, you have to learn a third language.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Wait, so no matter what course you're doing, you have to learn the third language?
the thing is in Germany, like from grade, or like we just have like 12 subjects or something.
Yeah.
Until you go to grade 11, because we have 13 years of school. And in grade 11, you can narrow down to like 7 or 8 subjects. And like
Right.
only 5 you get assessed on. Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, but it's not fun. Imagine having like English class and right after Spanish class and just mixing up everything. It's so confusing.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be pretty difficult.
The amount of times people are laughing at you or you're laughing at people for saying "si" in English class, it's pretty funny though.
Yeah.
Si, senor.
Does like Germany just always like to export its workers? Like, is that a big thing? Like, besides yourself, like, how many people just leave Germany?
I wouldn't say that many.
But like
Just
the
feels
whole
like-
like teaching them like you have to learn another language when you go to uni sounds like you're just trying to get German people everywhere.
It's just for like international relations, you know. If you're like
International relations.
in a company or something and they're like, because Germany is like very export oriented,
Mm,
not people wise, but like goods wise.
yeah.
So you just have to deal with a lot of foreign companies, and it's important that you learn like English and like can speak it fluently. There's
Right.
a lot of like foreign people also in Germany,
Yeah.
and it just in general it's just good to learn more languages.
It
already.
is.
Mm.
But like it's just like a trend you don't see here. Like sure they give you the option to learn languages, but they're just like more or less
Yeah, you
Thing is-
don't come across any like bogans that graduated high school like speaking Spanish or fucking Mandarin.
The thing is like English is
Chow
the
ni ma,
language to learn.
motherfucker.
English is like
Chow ni
the
ma.
language you learn if you want to like speak with most of the Western world.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
like-
I reckon if you learn English and Spanish, you're pretty much set for life. What is that, like 4 billion people?
I mean,
Like, isn't it 2 billion
imagine-
for English, 2 billion for Spanish?
imagine learning
Well,
Mandarin
no.
and English.
But,
That's
um,
even
Yeah.
Mandarin is the number one
Yeah.
Was it in
spoken
Spanish?
language.
No.
No, Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Is
Just
it?
look at China having over 1 million.
1 billion.
Over
Yeah.
1
A little bit
billion.
over 1 million, though.
Yeah, I meant billion.
Yeah, no, that's the highest spoken one, and that's why I learnt it for like 3 years. But
Sí. ¿Te hablas español?
huh?
¿Te hablas español?
I have no clue
Oh,
what
fuck,
that fucking
you're-
means.
Ah.
I only speak Mandarin.
Oh.
Bro!
Okay.
I'll cut that, but
But-
Jesus Christ.
But you want to know why I fucking dropped it?
What?
Because of this one fucking teacher. I swear she is actually like mentally deficient. She called books, books.
Duke. I do
It's
that.
just an accent.
Books. No. She's white as ever.
Oh,
But there's
And
white accents as well. Look at me, I'm white and I have an accent.
I know,
forget
but
that.
no, she had no accent. She had zero accent, but she just called them books for no reason.
Get your
And she
Duke.
also called diaries dairies.
That's
Get your
something I would
dairies
say.
out.
And
Was she like Scottish or some shit?
I don't.
Is she
I
just
reckon.
plain Aussie?
No, because
I think she was plain Aussie.
What the fuck?
I
Who
don't-
speaks like that?
I know some teachers who said that. Books.
Duke.
Sounds weird.
Yeah, no, she's just like, get out your books.
Sounds like they want to go on a sesh, get out the bukes.
Get out the boogs. Yeah, no, that's why I dropped it. She like antagonized me because I was just like trying to pass, and for some reason she hated me.
That happened to me in Germany a lot. But then I came to Australia and I was like foreign student just coming here with a background story, and all the teachers loved me.
Exactly.
So good.
You're like a really sociable person. Like it's so like you go out with TJ. There's like 7 people on the way that just know him.
Mm.
Like you know, like how long have you been in Brisbane?
Almost 3 years now.
And you just know everything. Like you know everyone and everything.
It's
I
like
swear
the
to God.
biggest village in the world, I reckon.
It really is.
Yeah.
We're like such a small town, city.
City.
We're large, like size wise, but like connection wise,
Yeah.
everyone is like connected by like I swear to God one string.
I definitely see that. Like, there's
Yeah.
always that one person that like is like the string between like multiple groups.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then, do you know the theory that everyone around the world is connected by 7 connections?
Is it 7?
I think
I
it's
heard
7.
someone like everyone around the world is related
6.
by 7 connections.
6 connections.
It's crazy.
That's fucking.
I mean,
So like I want to see how I'm connected to like some famous people and try like network my way of getting them on the podcast and shit.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Get Elon Musk.
You know what's annoying? That you know that Persian on The Bachelorette, David. You guys not following The Bachelorette? by any
I
chance?
do not.
I reckon you should get on there.
Yeah,
I reckon you'd love that.
Nah, it sucks because they're all like over 6 foot and fucking huge, and
Hey,
I'm just
you're
there, like,
huge, mate. You're
Yeah,
you're
you know,
huge.
getting in there, getting some tricep. But no, like
That's what you have to have character for.
yeah, that's
Character gets everything.
see. No, because there was a guy with character that just showed up. The cringe, like he just showed up. He was like what I would be. He just started rapping at the beginning to like say, "Hey, what's up, Brooke? You're looking real good." I don't know what the fuck the rap was, but like it was something like that. It was kind of ass, you know. There's only so far character can take you. But like no, in real life I'm fine. It's just I'm not getting on The Bachelorette. The point is
Just
I was
be on
trying
The
to
Bachelor.
yeah, fuck yeah. I want to get famous and be like the little ugly kid that they try to sell to these girls. I'd love to be that guy.
Oh, Beauty and the Nerd or something. That'd be good.
Oh no, yeah, no.
Beauty and the Geek, sorry.
Beauty and the Geek.
We can make that, if you are not too proud of
Yeah.
being Persian, we can change that to Beauty and the Greek.
Yeah.
Walk enough.
Yeah, I'll just change ethnicities real quick. But no, that Persian guy
Should be
on The Bachelorette, he's from Brisbane. And with Persians in Brisbane, I know fucking all of them. This one guy had 0 connections to everyone, and it shocked me. Like the one guy that actually like saw him, he was like, "Yeah, I saw him at a party once. I don't know who he knows there, and no one there like actually knows him." But like he's a Persian in Brisbane, and I don't know him, and that fucking shocked the shit out of me. Like I was like, the moment I saw him and I heard Brisbane, I was like, "Fuck, I can get this cunt on the podcast." But no, and then my dreams have to start crashing down like that. And now life's miserable.
And now we're here.
Yeah, and now
Thank you.
he would have been here, but now it's you two. So you know, we make do.
You get 2 white boys.
We get 2 white boys that make 1 Persian. You know,
I'm not good at math, but I don't think that adds up.
no, it does. It's because okay, that's gonna get racist very quickly. Let's just go walk right off it.
Come on, you try to get us to tell some racist jokes.
Okay,
Now,
we're
come
not
on.
gonna go there. But I have a problem with your people, TJ.
Why? You
You
mean
guys,
Germans?
yeah, Germans. You guys called yourself Aryan. What the fuck's good? I'm Aryan.
The fuck's Aryan?
It's what I am. It's like the Indo-Aryan people,
Uh,
Iranian. What's up?
I don't know. I'm not. It's like I can't answer the question.
I'm
for
like
you,
asking you like you're a
He doesn't-
spokesperson.
Yeah,
for like,
I was about to say he's not the
everything of
spokesperson of all Germans.
Maybe because they said it was the superior race. So
So why weren't we included? Like, not that.
because we liked
Yeah.
you, but we were like not you, so we just stole your name to be associated with that.
But then,
It's a
why
jealousy
didn't?
thing.
Why couldn't you say that we're all Aryan? Like me, us, and
I
this
don't
one
know, I'm
specific group of.
I can't tell you.
Why am I attacking you? So?
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
that was fucked up. You know, you need to apologize for that.
I'm sorry, man.
That's like that. What's that? Critical race theory or whatever. I don't want to get into that. We have like 2 minutes left. I'm not going to get into that.
Do we literally?
We have 11 minutes over time is what we are. So we have to get out in a moment.
Ah, shit.
But yeah, that's what like critical race theory is. Just like making people.
About that, to be
me
honest.
neither, to be honest. I just read up on it last night.
Can I bring up a subject?
Go ahead.
Like, we were talking about like spirituality earlier.
Yeah.
And about like the God and the devil.
Yeah.
Like in the way I see it, like I'm a very spiritual person. Like I've had multiple acid trips, and I don't want to bring everything back to drugs, but drugs are pretty like psychedelics are a pretty good bridge to like the spiritual world.
Yeah.
Like funny story. My dad, when I was 12 years old, he told me every drug he's ever done, and he told me which ones to stay away from.
Yeah.
And he said that on his first acid trip, he was in Portugal, and he was walking through a park, and he saw a lady made like perfectly smooth out of wood, like so not like a puppet or some shit,
Yeah.
but like she was in a tree playing a flute, and that always stuck by me. And on my first ever acid trip, I was in the city and I was in Botanical Gardens, and guess what I saw?
The lady playing the flute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was wigging the fuck out. Like I was like, what the hell? There's a lady in the tree made out of wood with like just playing the flute.
Yeah.
And like it was one of those things where I like looked and I'd be like, I'm seeing this right now. That ain't real, but like I'm seeing this right now. And then I'd like look away to talk to like Tino or something. And then I'd look back and it would just be normal again.
Yeah.
Like I'd still be tripping, like there'd still be like everything would be squiggling and shit.
Yeah.
But like just seeing that was a very big shock, and it was a very big connection for me.
Yeah.
That is crazy how things like that work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did some research, and Tino helped me out with this, and he thinks that it was this entity called Mother Aya, aka Mother Nature.
Right.
And so like some sort of like guardian or something like that. So I somewhat believe in like a spiritual, like I believe in the DMT gods,
Right. Yeah.
like the like spiritual entities that like live beyond this world.
Like fourth dimensional type shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you watch like documentaries or like podcasts about people got like on DMT, they can say some pretty like extreme shit.
Yeah.
And like I've like with all my experiences, it like kind of just puts me towards like this shit could actually be like real.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
it is so scary.
It is. That's why I don't like to do things like that. I'm happy in this world, and that's where I want to stay.
You like your I don't know the word, and I'm not going to remember it. Not ignorance.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We're gonna like wrap up now because we're like 15 minutes over, and the poor podcast lady told me to wrap up by like 2:30, even though it's only booking until 2 and it's 2:20 right now. Anyways, thank you guys for coming on. A little bit of a shit show today, but like
Thank you.
I still
I
thank you.
appreciate the compliment.
Anytime.
I had a lot of fun on this.
No, yeah, it was a
good.
lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Yeah, Kyle and Jackie lick my sack, but you know, we moved. Tune in next Sunday for another episode. I don't know if Schoolie's vlog is out by now or will be out, but if it is out, fuck yeah. If it isn't, check that out soon.
Haven't even filmed it yet.
No, it's not Schoolie's yet, is it?
Yeah,
No, but we're gonna post this like after. Like we're not gonna post this Sunday.
that's if there's no lockdown.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, there's
I didn't even think about that.
dude. There's like army.
Yeah.
There's like the army has like booked out a whole hotel in the Gold Coast waiting for a lockdown.
Where? Which hotel?
I don't know. I saw it on a story, and like I looked it up, and they are prepared to go into a full lockdown in the Gold Coast from in between November and February.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But if it does, we move. We'll do something. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'm going to Coolum anyway. After that, anyways. But yeah. But yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one. Peace in the Middle East.
See ya.